Jeff, talk about the memory of your last trip to Bryant-Denny Stadium.
that was a good memory. Well, when I got there, and then freshman, so the whole, I fought through not being redshirted. I get to play a lot, and I'm like, I know I had the road game experience. This is nothing. Just before Georgia game, altercation got into it, so I know I'm going to play in this game, because Blanc and Goggins got throughout. So I'm like, no intimidation, none of that. You know what I mean? Well, we go in the locker room, and we come out for warm up. And when I come out, I never heard that many words that I can't repeat. It's like directly at me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else, like, as an individual, you just felt like they pointed you out and they let you know how they feel. You know what I mean? And it was awful, man. I was as a freshman, I'm going, oh my God, you know what I mean? You start getting a little nervous. It's like, are you serious? Is this what it's all about? And I forgot that Coach Rock played here. So they giving it to him too. You know what I mean? They're like, you suck and this and that and that and that. So, but at the end of the day, the memory of that was the stunned look on everybody's face at the end of the game. It was priceless.
Talk about the halftime locker room. You guys going in down.
Talking about down 24-0. Yeah. Well, the halftime speech by Coach Shiz and his whole deal was, hey, we're just going to keep fighting. Hey, I told you we're going to have to weather the storm. We're going to keep fighting. And the most memorable deal about that I remember is because the night before we got up, and we do it every year, but we got up and we did what are you thankful for. It's Thanksgiving, Coach Shiz did his deal, play whatever you want to do, you get up and you get in front of the team, tell you what you're thankful for. And I remember carrying over to the position meeting, then the breakfast, that breakfast before, just with the D-line before the game, pre-game breakfast. And I remember we couldn't finish that pregame. And I remember we're down 24, and we come back out, and Nick Fairley, out of all people, say, hey man, what are you thankful for? We're down 24 points, and we're looking at Nick like, man, listen, I know some movies and all these speeches, and this ain't how it's supposed to be right now, you know what I mean? And he's like, what are you thankful for? And players, each D lineman went around and said what they was thankful for. And well, he was like, well, let's just go out and let's just fight and let shit fall where they fall. And it came out.
What were some of the answers given out for what people were thankful for?
Well, it was even bigger than just ball at that point. It was like, man, I'm thankful for my family. Some guys had kids. My little girl, she get to come up and see me. I get to see her after the game. A lot of them just think of just God giving us another opportunity to come out here and play. A lot of them just were thankful that we're here together. We learned a lot from each other and bonding. So it was a great moment. It really was a great moment, and that's something I'm going to cherish. That memory is going to be for me for life.
In a position like that, when you're buried under a deficit, not a lot of people thought that you'd be able to crawl out of it. Does that kind of help to take the pressure off the football? Take your mind off the football a little bit. How much did that take the pressure off?
Well, that did. I mean, just for that 2-3 minutes, it just kind of understand that, football is important, but it ain't like I walked out here and I got cancer. It ain't like I walked out here and I just heard that somebody just died close to me. So, it's not, sometimes football can get overhyped, but I think it's the greatest life lesson of all time, within these sports. I'm biased because I'm playing football or whatever, but I just think it's the greatest life lesson because, like I was just saying, in life you're going to be 3-8, you know what I mean? Things that ain't going to go your way. But it's just all about keep swinging. Just myself, when I was 12, I lost my mom to cancer, so I could have folded then, but look at me now, and I'm not even close to where I want to be. So sky's the limits to me.
Those kind of things, is that something that can help these guys that haven't been over there before? You're talking about being 3-8 to go into this game going, oh look, you can kind of let it all hang out and just this
Oh
part?
yeah, it helps, and the whole deal you get across the younger guys is how important this game is. You know, this game means a lot, you know, to a lot of people and to the Auburn nation. And but you know, this rivalry is very important, and we understand the importance of this rivalry. And so that's what we're going out to do. We're just going out to work hard and be with each other. We fight for each other, and we're going to keep swinging with each other. And everybody in that locker room I feel like they're my family. That's my brothers. And when you got that deal contagious and rubs off on each other, at the end of the day, that's how you look at it. It's the last game. We're going to play for each other. We're going to let it on the line, and we're going to let the chips fall where they fall.
Kind of in a similar circumstance this week, obviously, 31-point underdog, people on the outside not giving you guys any credit, any chance. How much is that applicable now, what you guys did in the locker room then, take your mind off football for a brief moment, just not to think too much about the game and actually just kind of let the pressure?
Well, you just kind of forget about what the naysayers say, you know, and at the same time, you understand that, of course, every Iron Bowl is a challenge. But like I tell people all the time, one thing I can say about this game, you could throw the records out. We could be undefeated. I know came in there when we was undefeated. I know came in there 7-4, whatever. You could throw all that out, because at the end of the day, it's going to come down to passion and execution. This game is you don't need no speech to get hyped for this. It's Alabama, Auburn. You're going to go up down with that I'm coming at you mentality. No matter what you is, no matter how you look at it, I'm coming at you mentality. And we're not intimidated or we're not afraid because of your record, because, you know, Alabama. Like, if it's one place that's not as intimidating and afraid, it's going to be Auburn. You know what I mean? No matter how the country looks at them or whatever. If it's one place and one team is going to look at them and just say, they're just guys, you know what I mean? And that's all. And hats off to Coach Saban and his crew. And they've been doing a hell of a job over there. But you show respect to that. But at the end of the day, this rivalry was way before me, you, Coach Saban, Coach Chiz. And so we're just going to keep this thing going.
Them being ranked back in the national championship picture, though, you guys a little bit extra sweet, maybe to knock them off and keep them out of the championship?
Well, I was even saying before, you know, to be honest, you know, I mean, of course you know about that, but to be honest, you know, it's the Iron Bowl. Like, this is the championship of Alabama. You know what I mean? This the bragging rights. When I mean bragging rights. You got to hear it everywhere you go. You know what I mean? So this is like, man, we're gonna fight on this day. So for 364 days, we could just shut them up quick before you even say something. So. We don't need the national champion implications and playing the national championship and all that.
The video you guys have seen, is it past games? I mean, or just speeches or testimonies of what this rivalry means? I mean, what was in that video?
Say it again.
The video that a couple guys mentioned, is that just past games? Or?
Oh yes, the rivalry. Just kind of give you the implication of the rivalry. You know, from way back from the Bama punt to Cam Deluxe, the whole deal. So it was just dating back the rivalry, how historic this thing really is.
You have Barrett Jones across from you on Saturday. What kind of challenge is that going to bring in that whole offensive line to get some push?
You got a good offensive line. You know, I think Chance Womack is probably the best guard in the SEC. And being biased, if you're the best in the SEC, you're going to be up there the best in the country. And we understand that. And but at the end of the day, you know, I'm not bagging down, or neither of my teammates bagging down because of a talented individual. Last time I checked, we played in the SEC. You know what I mean? So you kind of get these kind of guys all the time. But as a whole, they got a nice offensive line. They got a very good and talented offensive line. So we know it's going to be a challenge. But we're not backing away from the challenge. And we're going to come out there with the coming at you mentality.